There's standout elements, but I can't say there's a standout episode. The only standout episode may be the fucking Terrence and Phillip episode that was just a giant middle finger to people who wanted a continuation of who Cartman's dad is. But that's only good because I really like when creators fuck with their audience. I like when they're just like, fuck you.
And on that beautiful note, hello and welcome to the AWKWARDCast, dear audience. We're Ryan, Keyframe,
Happy New Year!
Yeah, Wonder About Random Drivel in our, that would be the 7th season, wouldn't it?
It would be, and if you guys are wondering why there's no new artwork, I've had a very long week. There will be a new one next week, so Paleo gets to deal with the leftovers of 2022.
Basically. So yeah, all this in new paint next week, hopefully. This. Because there's a second hurdle of keep providing the artwork, and then me actually remembering to set up all the frames and everything with the new artwork in time.
It's gonna be, it's always a hoot. Yes, Paleo, you look different from the last time we saw you. Did you do something with your hair, or being a dirty thief and stealing my thing of not having a nose? Like,
no, I've had that for like, let's see.
Oh yeah, you have had that for a long time. I forgot
since like 2013.
Oh,
so it's been a while.
I'm the dirty thief.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
This is a new like style though. From Tamiku on Twitter, who's an artist. I gotta link her. Oh wait, I can't visit Twitter on desktop. That's right. So yeah.
Yeah, Paleo's doing a thing for self-care. Ew.
Yeah.
Super gross. But yeah, so if you don't have a nose and Key doesn't have a nose, does this mean you're both from the same alien species?
Hey, Paleo, you want to add lore? Like...
Well, the whole thing with like PNG tuber thing is like he's a cartoon. So.
Oh, mine's an alien. You're just a cartoon. Ew, gross. But yeah, he's I can't remember what it's called. Key has them on her 3 Idiot shows. A PNG tuber, magical, because it's a PNG, and for people who don't feel like paying money for a VTuber.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this from my artist Tamiku, who also did like all my Ponyo Cs. So I had her make this.
Ew,
this is all I can do right now. It's just like this blinking and the open mouth and everything. And also I can hold the controller. Which you can't really
it's
see.
So
almost
tiny.
cut off. Almost cut. Wait, I can probably
it's
get
almost,
you.
But there's a little bit there.
Yeah,
we were able to see a little bit.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'll do it again.
There it is. Yeah, now we see it.
Yeah.
There's your little hands.
Yeah.
Put those hands away. Yeah, there you go.
Seriously. Those are disturbingly small hands.
But yes, Paleo, for the people who drank their memories of 2022 away during New Year's, who are you, what do you do, and why should people care?
I'm PaleoSteno. I make videos on YouTube, and I also stream, which I've been doing a lot more recently. Like, literally, like, after the last AWKWARDcast I was on, I started streaming more.
I mean, aren't you streaming right now? Hello, people
you're our first like co-streamer guest, because no one's ever asked like, can I stream at the same time? Most people are like, hey, don't let people know that I've been on here, right? I'm doing a favor for you.
But yeah, hello people on Paleo's Twitch. Welcome to the AWKWARDcast.
I'm gonna go harass them.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let me harass them.
I usually stream in
well.
the evening, so there's like not many people here in the afternoon. Like at least
I could still harass
my
them.
time.
Okay, harass. How do you spell harass? Harass.
This is a weird thing because it looks like, I mean, if you only took the URL away, it just looks like I'm looking at Max's stream because it's just this Max's screen share. Harass.
Yeah,
But,
I went over there to harass them. I'm a man of my word.
But yes, Paleo. What have you been up to
We should totally
recently?
show how Paleo streams. Paleo is a streamer. Look at his streaming channel up there. Oh no, I created.
Yeah.
Oh no, I created an infinite loop. No, I didn't think this through.
It's looping.
How long can it keep going?
At some point the pixels. I still see movement. Can I see movement even more? Nah, I believe we reached the point
you'd have
where
to
you
zoom in a lot.
cannot make out the difference anymore.
Yeah, we took
can
out
just restart
me and
it.
Max doing our week segments to make the show snappier. This is what happens.
Yep. Look how
but
it's
yes,
slowly moving
Paleo.
backwards.
Oh. But yes,
Blink.
Paleo, what have you been like up to recently? Slaying any dragons, rescuing any damsels? What have you been doing on stream? You have the full floor.
Well, I started like in October where I was doing like pretty much every weekday. And I stopped a bit after that because like at the end of October, I started having this incredible tooth pain. So
Oh, ow.
I had to go get my wisdom teeth out.
Oh.
Did you bite? Did you
Which-
bite on a Sesame Street? Oh, it was a wisdom tooth. Okay.
What?
I've known people who have had tooth injuries based off dumb things. Could not naming names. But
It's not me for once. It's not me.
No, it's not.
I know. I'm just pointing out to the audience because if you are all like, I'm not naming names, 90%, and you say this on the AWKWARDCast 90% of the time, it's actually me. So I want to point out for once it's not me.
Here's the thing, it's also pointing out myself because I did have to get a tooth filling here last year because I was eating Skittles and I didn't know that my tooth was cracked because of teeth gritting. So I was biting a Skittle, one of the softest candies you could fucking eat. And then I was like, is there a hard part of the Skittle? Oh no, that's part of my tooth. Oh my god.
Wow.
But yeah, so you actually have been doing like a big thing on the stream as of like a couple days ago, haven't you? With the whole intro.
Yeah, I was
talk
doing
about
a
it.
cartoon. Yeah, I was doing like cartoon intros. Which you were there for the one that I found.
Yeah,
that was on that
the
site
kind of janky one, honestly, because there were some that
Yeah.
only got in out of pure convenience.
Yeah, the site's called like Uwufufu. Because I saw a streamer doing it during her subathon. I was like, that looks fun to do because like you can just like put songs against each other. So I found one with cartoon intros, and did that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own because like there's a lot of big omissions on here. The one we were going over didn't have like any TMNT intros, and I was like, what? Like, why not?
But it had every single Steven Universe intro.
Yeah.
And the audience made Steven lose so many times, as if that boy needs more trauma.
Maybe they tried to protect him from the bad sides of fame.
Yeah. So I was earlier in the week I was going over a bunch of cartoon intros and like having my audience suggest a bunch of them and seeing like if we could get to like, because originally I was gonna do like 256 because that's the one we were looking over had like 172, but it didn't have like enough to have 256, so it could have like a number for a number that would be good for a tournament or whatever. But we kept going, and I was like, you know what? Let's try to make it to 512.
Well,
So-
yes, Magical, there's only 3 Steven Universe intros, but when you have all 3 of them and no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it looks like a big amount because you didn't have
Yeah.
any. And some people would argue TMNT has consistently had some of the best intros. The Rise one
Yeah,
is
and
the
they're all
best
different.
one. Don't fight me.
Like,
You'll lose.
yeah, with the Steven Universe intros, like the first 2 are like similar. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, just
the
one's
second one's like
a bit
slightly
better.
different as far as
Yeah.
like how it sounds. Because like I'm going about it like it has to be like a different song going against each other. Where like all TMT songs they're all different.
So yeah, there was a lot of that. Was there any surprises from like voting or things like that when you let your audience have the reins? Like, it's like what you voted for that?
There was a few. Oh, well, I was surprised at what won. You want to guess what won?
What is it?
Sonic X.
What, did the Sonic X theme win?
Yeah,
Against what?
against everything.
Wait,
So-
was Sonic X the ultimate winner?
Yeah. It's officially.
Oh wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh,
No,
oh,
it wasn't.
oh.
Wait, no. Sonic X wasn't the winner. It was What's New Scooby Doo.
Okay,
Those were the final two in that
okay,
bracket.
that just
Yeah.
shows you had an audience of nothing but millennials. If What's New Scooby Doo was the winning
Yeah.
theme.
But it's still like it was the second. Sonic X was still the second, objectively
Yeah, it
the
was still the
second
second.
best theme
Yeah.
song of all theme songs out there.
Sonic
Gotta go
the
fast.
Hedgehog fighting Shaggy, and Shaggy just punched the shit out of him with his friend's simple plan.
Yeah, I was trying to remember like what won.
Yeah,
But yeah,
God.
What's New Scooby Doo.
hell yeah, well, the chat's happy about that development. I mean, I'm happy that the What's New Scooby Doo theme must have beat the pup name one, because I can't
Yeah, it did.
stand pup named Scooby Doo. But you think he would be happier since that show was her childhood. I can separate my childhood from intros that I think are good. I think the Rise of the TMNT intro is better than the What's New Scooby Doo intro. But, you know, at that point you're at apples to oranges. But yeah, so if that's all that's been going on in the life of Paleo, you said that
Yeah.
you have a very
Oh, I was gonna bring up the wisdom tooth thing because like
Oh yeah, talk about
when-
the wisdom tooth thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
because I was streaming for a while in October. I was like doing it like every weekday, and then the wisdom tooth pain came in, and then I couldn't get a schedule for them to get out until like a few weeks afterwards.
Ouch.
And the thing is, that happened right before Puddingville Cider Fest in November. So if you remember, like I was in very like intense pain during that convention because like I was like, oh, I feel fine right now, but then like when me, like Jesse, Saber, Race, and Laura were like eating at that like that restaurant that's part of the hotel, I started eating, and then suddenly the tooth pain just came back like immensely, and I was just miserable that entire convention.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Not tooth related, but I've had those things where it's like I feel fine. Wow, everything's great. So, oh no.
Yeah.
But
But
at
now
least
they're
that's
all
fixed
out.
now.
Yeah.
Now you're
they're
less
all out and-
wise.
Yeah. They're all. My mouth feels a lot better, and I'm starting to like stream more consistently again. One thing with my New Year's resolution, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to not like be on Twitter on desktop all the time because that distracts me way too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I got addicted to like the instant gratification of like posting something. So I was like,
The
I
view
should
count
work on
function now does not help that, I imagine.
yeah.
Your own fault. I don't have an active audience on Twitter at all. I can post what I want. I don't get any reactions. Mwahaha.
Yeah, because I want to like try to work on things that are like, you know, more high effort rather than just like a low effort Twitter post.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
that-
you know, I want to work on something high effort. If you've ever heard of that.
Not me. I mean, look at how I run this podcast.
I mean, anyways, but yeah. So, Paleo, you said you brought a very unconventional thing for media today.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually is related to like. what I was
Perfect
talking about with,
segue.
like-
Let's
Perfect
go for it.
segue.
But yeah, it's the anti-planner. I ordered this like back in May, I want to say, because it took a while for them to like actually ship them out because like this is like the first like production run of them. Which you can order them as still, but they won't arrive to you until like spring. So I'm glad I have mine like right before the New Year started.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very interesting because it's not like it's literally what it says. It's like an anti-planner. There are no dates, no deadlines or anything. It's not like a calendar or anything in it. The way the author describes this book is that it's like a fire extinguisher for when you are stuck. And it has these different sections for whatever you might be feeling that will help you in like getting over that hump of like starting something. And the different sections like go in depth for what those feelings are, and then you can go to a section within that section to see different activities that you can just use to like try to get over what that feeling is, because there's 5 different sections. The first one is just feeling stuck. So it has these 4 different sections in there called like difficulty getting started, being indecisive, being a perfectionist, and being distracted. And then like let me see in here, feeling overwhelmed, which under there it has like being intimidated, overcommitted, panicked, or burnt out. The third section is being unmotivated, and that has like these sections called waiting to feel like it, lacking accountability, disinterested, and uninspired. Then the fourth section is being disorganized, which has 2. These last 2 sections have like 2 sections each. Being disorganized has these sections for being messy, and then difficulty prioritizing. And then the last section is being discouraged, which I felt that a lot in 2022. And the 2 sections here are like being hopeless and being insecure. So it has a bunch of these different little like activities you can use in there. And the nice thing about when I ordered this book, if you still want to order it, even though it'll be like a while until it arrives to you, they will send you like these PDFs of like activities from the book.
Oh, that's actually really nice. That's a good way to compromise it if they know that it takes time to get the physical thing out there.
Yeah.
So I see
I was
that
reading...
this is supposed to be like, this is aimed at people with ADHD, or is it the author does something called ADHD comics?
They
I see
do,
that the website is ADHDDD.
Yeah, they do some like ADHD comics. So yeah, but it can be for anybody, like, because like I don't know if I have ADHD. I've never been evaluated. But
yeah, this seems palpable for everyone, because I think everyone has felt these things.
Yeah.
What?
How's those drawings going?
Ouch.
What was that?
Sorry.
I wasn't looking.
Oh no, I was doing a sick burn on ANY. No worries there. Nothing out of the ordinary. So who do you think like would like the usual question, who do you think would really like the book and who do you think wouldn't like it? But this seems like something that anyone can benefit from. So
yeah, anybody who's like a content creator, really, I would say. Because and like I said, like the book in the beginning, like the introduction, it says like treat it like a fire extinguisher. You don't need to use it all the time, but use it when like these feelings like come up and you feel like you're stuck.
Well, there you go, everyone. If you feel like you need that, pre-order it and wait.
Wait all the time.
All right. Well, Max.
Yes.
What do you have to show the class?
What do I have to show the class? Dear class, over the Christmas break, I watched Netflix. What a twist! Nobody saw this one coming. So
Wow.
I watched a certain new higher profile show
This
of
show.
yes.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Good old. Oh, then I will. I mean, I usually try to keep it as spoiler free as possible, anyways. But yeah, they Netflix's attempt to get the Addams Family into 21st century. What? I mean, the last movie was when was the last new movie? Probably the late 90s or something.
Of the live action movies, the 90s.
Yeah, the family
yeah,
tradition.
because like the animated ones are.
Oh yeah, right. We also had the animated
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
recently. That's true. Oh yeah, so that's a fair point. So it's basically not yet, not even the exclusive attempt of getting the Addams Family into modern to modern audience, revoking the IP, because the animated ones were there already. Good point. I have only seen the first one, I have to say. But yeah, the Netflix one, to give a little bit of an impression about the setup. It's actually, there's a reason why it's called Wednesday and not the Addams Family, because it's Wednesday of Addams Family fame. Gets sent to a boarding school with Brianna from Tart being the principal. I'm so glad that she finally got a role that she hopefully won't regret. I mean, Game of Thrones did her bad in the very last season. We don't talk about the Star Wars sequel trilogy, so... Then again, I'm not sure how... No, okay, this goes into spoilers, but... overall, she has a good presentation here. But yeah, the show, Wednesday. I am a very focused person. What was the name again? The anti-planner?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, about this show. So, I have mixed feelings about it. It's basically a mystery, a fantasy murder mystery. Not even necessarily murder mystery, a fantasy something bad going on and people dying kind of mystery. So, murders mystery? I don't know. So, in this incarnation, Wednesday again, she gets sent to a boarding school. Basically the boarding school where her parents went to and met each other originally. I would say Wednesday in and of itself as a presentation is a fine. The actress does a great job impersonating the character. However, at some points you are like, there are certain moments that feel very Addams. But there are also other moments where you are like, why did you use that IP? This does feel so not Addams. I mean, just on the premise, without going into anything that actually happens in the show, just with the premise of a murder mystery, and Wednesday starts investigating. If you consider how the Addams in basically all previous incarnations took any serious stuff that happens, anything like murder, like wild animals, like whatnot, it was always played for comedy. They were always completely unfazed in when confronted with the supernatural, the weird, the creepy, the murderous. It was always played for laughs in all incarnations of the Addams Family. But this show is not a comedy. So, on the one hand, you have very Addams moments when Wednesday talks about how... I believe there was some reference that she's not afraid of bears or something because she used to hibernate with them or something. And at some point they go fishing with dynamite. Very Addams moments where they play all the macabre, the absurd completely straight, and that's where the comedy arrives. But on the other hand, there is a murder mystery, and Wednesday takes the fact that people die very seriously and is trying to solve it. It's like those two don't mix, and Wednesday still comes out the best. I dare to say that it becomes really weird when her parents get involved. And it's like, especially Gomez. Gomez feels...
I really fucking hate the people who play. I don't like how they did Morticia and Gomez in this show.
Okay.
I'll keep my... Well, they don't have any chemistry together, and I don't like Morticia and Wednesday's, like, feud. This this is your media, not mine. I have
You
a
have
lot
opinions.
of I do not, besides her performance as Wednesday, because she does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great actress, and it gives me a lot of Christina Ricci's Wednesday performance in the '90s movie. She does a
Yes.
good job.
And Sing is
Everything
great.
else about this show is bad.
Oh,
I do not like this show. It's not an Addams Family show.
Yeah,
it's some kind. It's a CW drama show. At some points, it feels like Riverdale. I'm sorry. Like, this is a show made for teens. I'm sure teenagers love this show. This is my boomer show. Like, I don't get why it's so popular. It's not Addams Family.
It's funny because my dad has watched through this twice and he likes it.
It's not Addams Family.
Yeah.
It's something. It's gothic, but it's not Addams Family.
Again, you can make an argument that Wednesday herself is maybe Wednesday Addams, but she's not in the same universe. She's no longer in the Addams universe, because outside of her, there's like a real sheriff who is also investigating the stuff, and she has to work alongside / against him. She has to take stuff serious. She has to react to stuff seriously. It's a weird thing. So I dare to say that the animated movies, once again, I've only seen the first one, so I can't speak on the second recent animated CG movie. It's not good.
No.
Okay.
The second movie's not good.
Okay.
I like the first.
Yeah.
I like the first Addams Family movie.
But
it's fun. At least it understands the whole point of the Addams Family.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you have them, they are allowed to be weird, and when confronted with with real people, they clash in comedic ways and not in murder, mystery, crime ways. So yeah, overall the aesthetic of the show, I would say, was good. The aesthetic was great, even though a little bit pandery.
It's Tim Burton. Like,
Yeah.
the Tim Burton things usually have at least good aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so aesthetic, good. But yeah, beyond that, I didn't word it as drastically as you, but I'm also not sure if this show is more hurt by the fact that it is incorporating the Addams Family IP, because so much of it is not Addams Family, and often enough it clashes horrifically. But yeah, maybe one thing, slight spoilers, but it's not really on the theme, it's just on one element where I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I will not even put the spoiler warning on, because this is just such a dumb scene where I'm like, why? What did the writers smoke? They tried. So this is basically my PSA for everybody who goes into the show not prepared for this. This is not anything saying about the show as a whole. This is really just one scene in one episode that was so painfully dumb. So there are werewolves, there are all kinds of mystical creatures, werewolves, sirens, Addams, whatever they are, kind of like witches. And Key knows already what I'm building up to. And there is a werewolf who has not yet wolfed out, aka not yet hit puberty, kind of. Which is like, okay, late bloomer, happens, okay, I understand where they are going for. So I saw it until the one episode where she then gets confronted and they try to turn it into a gay and coming out analogy. Which is like, so her body has not yet hit a natural point of puberty, of wolfing out. It's something that she has no control over. And her not doing it and doing it at her own time and is then treated as a gay kid whose parents are like, oh, why can't you be normal? Like, they're like, haha, we are so witty about it because they are all weirdos at this weirdo school and she is actually a monster. But by not yet living up to her monsterness, they treat it like a gay analogy, and it falls on its face so hard.
You know what's the shittiest thing? Is that they're like one step away from making it decent if they just made it that the werewolves can choose whether, like, when they hit puberty, they can choose if they want to actually stay werewolves or always be, do the fucking anime movie where you could choose if you want to be like a human or stay permanently a wolf.
But they
pick. But
they
no,
make it
it's
abundantly
just,
clear that it's just a development step she hasn't reached yet.
Can you tell that the writers don't know what they're writing about?
Yeah,
The thing that frustrates me about Wednesday.
Oh yeah, they literally named it a conversion camp or something.
The thing is about Wednesday that really frustrates me. I'm an Addams Family fan. I remember I had a little book of all the original comic strips. I watched the old cartoons. I absolutely adored the original the 90s movies. Like, I like the Addams Family. And the biggest thing about the Addams Family is that it's supposed to be a subversion, that you have these weird, kooky family that likes the macabre and the horror, but they are the most functional family and most loving family in the entire town. Wednesday makes it out like they're like a dysfunctional, like, strained family. That completely goes against the whole point of Addams Family. No one read. It's like, okay, look, if you wanted to just make a show with a goth kid, just make a show with a goth kid. That you don't need to put the name Addams Family on. You could just say that it's Addams Family influence, in that you looked at a picture of the Addams Family once.
But modern day fear of the producers of creating any new IPs. Everything needs to have a already established name attached to it, because otherwise they're afraid it doesn't sell. But hey,
watch Velma January 12th, because that's probably gonna be what it fucking is.
Hey! By the way, audience, do you want to see me make Key cringe one more time about the show?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So, Key, in the show, the implementation of the Addams Family snap.
Fuck off. Okay.
Because for some reason, without going into any spoilers, because you have to watch and experience it for yourself, they implement the infamous the infamous double snap is implemented in the show in a meaningful way. It was dumb. It was amazingly done.
I'll be in my angry dome. Like, I'm on that. I was already poised for anger, because while Paleo was talking about his thing, I was scrolling through Twitter and saw a review for Velma. Is like, cool concept that's plagued by prequelitis, and the tagline being, it makes Harley Quinn look, well, better than Velma. And now I'm sad.
Oh no.
I don't want to dislike that Velma show when it comes out, man. But it doesn't look good. But yes, who do you think would like Wednesday, and who do you think wouldn't, Max?
That is now who can I recommend it to? I mean, here's the thing.
My dad loves it.
Yeah, for example, see?
If you're Paleo's dad,
yeah.
If you're a teenager, if you've never seen an Addams Family thing, I guess.
But yeah, but who would enjoy it? I mean, if you are a hardcore Addams Family fan and you really want to have authentic Addams Family or content, then yeah, it's not it. It wishes it would be. There are certain moments that feel very Addams, but the vast majority of it, no. It's aesthetically pleasing. It is as a mystery. As a mystery, it is actually like Denim and I were towards the final seasons. We were like, okay, the culprit is one of those 5. Episode later, okay, it's one of the 4 remaining. Okay, we're narrowing it down. So there was an actual mystery, and it was quite. So in that aspect, there was something going on. Like, no, there was an obvious culprit, and then there was a solution. And so you could enjoy that aspect of it. yeah, then as I mentioned, aesthetics. If you like those goth aesthetics, especially for anybody who watched the trailer, she basically gets in all her blackness gets roommated with an absolute colorful wee girl, which.
Enid is also a shining light in the show.
Yeah.
I love Enid.
She is...
Enid's adorable. She's so fucking cute. Yeah. I don't know who plays her, but she plays her like really well.
Yeah, and so except for some botched moments and the fact that they should not have used the IP, I actually would say it's an entertaining, fun watch. Especially if you want to actually guess a little bit about the mystery. But yeah, if you are hoping for good source material respecting Addams Family content, no.
I would also say if you are not a fan of, the only way I know how to say is the CW writing style, like very contemporary, like how like a lot of contemporary like drama shows are written. You may be turned off by this because it is very much written with if you like Veronica Mars's writing, you might like this show.
That reminds me, like, I really want to see just how bad it was, that Powerpuff Girls pilot. I really want to see how bad that was, for them to, like, completely scrap it.
We need to go back in time and get the tapes for the Powerpuff Girls pilot. Oh, God. But yeah, so that is your media.
Yeah, also no, Ori, it's not quality. I mean, is it...
Here's the thing: there's quality elements to
it.
There are some good performances and all that. However, if you're a fan of Addams Family, like me, you're gonna have a lot of not fun just seeing how they butcher the whole point of an Addams Family. I'm also just saying the show has a certain writing style that I know doesn't vibe with everyone.
Okay.
But look, I'm not going to say that the show is bad. I don't like it, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I like a lot of things that are bad, so you know.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, I guess let's move on to the final one.
Okay, so guys, I'm going to explain.
Wait. This is the opening and closing credits song. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, guys. Before you ask, why is Chrissy talking about a cartoon from the 1970s? The one, Have You Met Me? Two.
Who would ask this at this point?
I was researching stuff for videos because I want to make more scripted content in 2023. My January thing was going to be about another weird cartoon, but I had to move some scheduling things. So, one night, me and Chris were just talking about new Scooby-Doo movies and, like, the guest starring things. And I was talking about Speed Buggy, because they had one. And then I just started watching some Speed Buggy. And, it's very fascinating, because the show only has 16 episodes. I wouldn't say it's a good show. Because it's a Scooby-Doo clone with a talking car.
But the monsters seemed real.
No, the monsters are real. That's the thing. This is a Scooby-Doo clone only in, like, there's a talking non-human thing and 3 teenagers.
Yeah.
It's a lot more like Josie and the Pussycats, where the threats are real. This fucking car saves the world on a weekly basis, because some of the plots for the episodes are fucking insane. Because some episodes are like, oh, there's a racer who wants to steal the technology of Speed Buggy. Sure, why not? It's a living car. Oh, they're saving a whole cattle ranch from getting all their cows stolen from this Bond-like villain called Beeffinger, which is a hilarious name. And then at one point they're like, oh, they accidentally stumble upon this Amazonian village with Amazon women who have a mind control ray that want to try to enslave all the men in the world. Sure. This show is fucking insane. And I was like, okay, why is this show so... I was like, looking at the fan base, The show had a big fan base, and it turns out it's because the 3 biggest networks, like CBS, ABC, NBC, like the 3 alphabet networks, all had syndication rights to the show at the same time. So this show was airing on 3 networks at the same time, where essentially if anything got canceled, they usually put Speed Buggy in it, which is why if you go to the IMDb page of Speed Buggy, it says that it's aired for 10 years. Because for 10 years, between 1973 and 1983, Speed Buggy was always on TV. But that is not the thing.
Speed Buggy is eternal.
Yes, basically. But this is not the thing. That made me want to make a video about it. Because I've uncovered a conspiracy. So, that Shaggy clone sitting right there, his name is Tinker. And, you know, the characters are all played by fairly well-known actors.
Wait, his name's not Speed Buggy?
No, the car's name is Speed Buggy. Because he's a dune buggy. Yeah, because it's Speed Buggy. The girl's name is Debbie, who's the leader of the group. Actually, really cool that the girl is the leader and not the damsel in distress. Then you have Mr. Whitebread Mark up there, and then you have Tinker. Now, all of them are voiced by relatively well-known actors at the time. Mark was voiced by Michael Bell, who people know from Rugrats. Debbie was voiced by a TV actress. Speed Buggy's voiced by Mel Blanc, the literal voice of all the Looney Tunes. But then there's Tinker, this fucker right here. It says that he was voiced by someone named Philip Luther Jr., and it's like, fine, sure. He doesn't have a little Wikipedia page, fine. So I go on the TV tropes page because I like looking up the trivia. And there was like, oh yeah, so this guy only voiced Tinker for 2 episodes. And I was like, huh. It was like, you can tell that the voice changed. So, you know, I'm watching the episodes for research, and it's like, oh yeah, it really did change. So here's the thing. The other voice actor is not credited. It's always credited as this Philip guy, which means that if you include the crossover episode with Scooby-Doo, that someone else voiced this character for 88% of the entirety of Speed Buggy and was never credited. But the other thing is, I can't find out shit about this Philip guy. He doesn't have a Wikipedia page. His IMDb only lists Speed Buggy and new Scooby-Doo movies because he did additional voices on it. He has nothing before. He has nothing after. You can't even find a birthday. Is Philip real? And the thing is that Chris and my friend Monsters, who's been on the podcast, has actually helped me look more into it. And now I feel like I'm going insane. Because Monsters opened up the thing of that he voiced additional characters for new Scooby-Doo movies and could have come back to play Tinker. Or that uncredited actor was only the first 2 episodes. But the thing is, the entire show has it listed as Philip. So someone's lying here. And then Chris found, because he was like, where was Hanna-Barbera located in the 70s? And I said, like, the location in Los Angeles. And he was like, so I checked the white pages. There is someone with this same name who is in their 80s, who's in Los Angeles. This could be him, because the actor for Mark is in his 80s. The other one's dead. So it's like, so this man could be alive. And he was like, do you want to call him? I was like, I'm not calling a random 80-year-old man and being like, hey, were you in Speed Buggy?
Why not? Where's your journalistic...
I feel like that's harassment.
No, it's got to be, I mean, harassment is determined by the tone.
I mean, it's a publicly available phone book.
Exactly.
So, but
you
here,
can be
but
very
so
polite,
yeah, I'm
just be like, hey.
well, yeah, that's just the thing. And I actually emailed Michael Bell, the voice of Mark, to ask questions about Speed Buggy. Because the other weird thing about Speed Buggy is that on the Wikipedia and the TV tropes, it says that Mark is supposed to be Native American, but the only time you see that is in the new Scooby-Doo movies. They make him tan. So I emailed Michael Bell, and I don't expect an email back because it's a voice actor on a website that looks old. And I was like, 1, was Mark supposed to be Native American? Because there's this old wives' tale going around about it. And 2, did you ever actually were in the recording studio with the voice of Tinker and wasn't always this guy. One, I discovered that no, Mark was never meant to be Native American. So they just colored his skin weird in one thing. So that old wives' tale I have now debunked. Hooray. And two, he has never seen the voice actor for Tinker, apparently, because he never recorded with him. He recorded with the fucking car, because he was like, oh, it was a dream to record with Mel Blanc, because of course it was. But it was like, wait, so I hit a brick wall on the one thing I'm trying to figure out. Which is why I'm making this video. Because like H-Bomber guy finding out about Tommy Tellerico, I need to show my mental breakdown in real time. But this also could mean that this Philip guy could have grandkids. Or great-grandkids at this point. And they could be like, oh yeah, my grandpa voiced Tinker. Or one of their other... Or maybe this mysterious man has a grandkid. He's like, oh, my grandpa was that uncredited voice. I need to know who this man is. Who were you, Phil? How did you just stumble into the studio one day? Like, because I thought that he could have been like a crew member or something that was like, oh, I can do this voice. And they were like, sure, why not? Because it's really weird for someone to be an unknown and voicing a Hanna-Barbera thing because they usually try to keep people on the same payroll. Nepotism is a very highly used thing. So yeah, I've been having a mental breakdown for a week over this because I discovered this on Monday and this has taken over my entire life. Because it's fascinating. Who are you?
And now you know why there is no art for Awkward 2023 yet.
Exactly.
Blame Speed Buggy. We should have just... Oh, if only would have told me, then I could have made the Speed Buggy thing actually the backdrop.
Oh my god. But yeah, the only other thing is that Monsters discovered there's one other voice actor from Speed Buggy who's still alive. And his account on Twitter is locked. But the thing is, the voice actor eventually went on to be a director and fucking directed those dolphin tail movies about the dolphin with the prosthetic tail.
What? Winter's Tale? Or Winter's the name of the dolphin. But yeah, dolphin.
Yeah, like the guy went on to direct those movies. An actor, a voice actor for Speed Buggy. Which just is also just what the fuck is happening with... Why can't you be normal, show? Why can't you just be like any other Scooby-Doo clone and just be this weird blip in reality? And I'm just... This is the shit that I live for. And I love that this is going to be my first scripted video in like 3 years, is me having a mental breakdown about this fucking car. and the mechanic who makes him. Also, I just have a question. How alive is Speed Buggy? Like, I know I sound like Tom during his fucking Thomas the Tank Engine videos. But the thing is that they can control him with a remote control, except when they can't. And he also has teeth. Who gave the car teeth?
He has teeth?
He has teeth. He has teeth, he has a tongue, and he can breathe. Let's see. Like, you don't see it in the intro, but there are times where he does have teeth.
Yeah, he has a lot of...
He has a tongue, and he grabs things with his little front... He grabs things with his little front things, so he uses them as hands.
Oh yeah, there's a tongue, alright.
How did they make this car? What is the tongue made out of? Who are you? How alive is this car?
Could Speed Buggy beat Lightning McQueen?
Oh my god. The ancestor of Lightning McQueen is Speed Buggy. The thing is, Odie, how they came up with the concept of Speed Buggy was they watched The Love Bug and then they watched Speed Racer, like the old anime, and they were like, let's make a show with putting these two together. This show drives me insane. But yeah, so that was my media. I hope you guys enjoyed my...
Who would you
the tongue is made out of... Okay, if you want to get drunk and watch Speed Buggy with your friends, I actually do recommend that. Because the show's also edited really weirdly, where it feels like an out-of-context compilation, except everything's in context. The show is not good. But, like, it is entertaining, because it's like, what is happening? One thing just happens after the other. The first episode is the fucking cattle stealing episode. I don't know what's going on half the time. At one point there's a rodeo, and then there's a blimp full of cows. Then there's a villain just called Beeffinger, and then suddenly there's a cactus that opens up a fucking cave in the Grand Canyon. This show is insane. I want to make a drinking game for this show, but I feel like I shouldn't, because that's an irresponsible thing to do.
Depending on the rules, it might be deadly.
Speed Buggy is powered by souls. That's the unseen part of the intro, which is a minute long. There's no music. There's barely any music in the intro. How do you do that? Like you could say a lot of things about Hanna-Barbera shows. The intros usually slap, but Speed Buggy is just fucking Mel Blanc just going like fucking making fart noises for the car for a minute straight.
I don't wanna be around you when you have flatulence, when you think that this is how farts sound.
Oh no! If you watch the show and he makes some car noise, it's literally like blowing a raspberry.
Like,
that's the noise he's making. And
when we were looking at like Hanna-Barbera intros, like we were looking at the Speed Buggy intro, and the Speed Buggy intro is just like all the time.
And like the stutter that Speed Buggy has, is he okay? Like it takes Mel Blanc like a solid 20 seconds to do some lines because he just keeps going. You know what the things that people make fun of Porky Pig for? That's Speed Buggy. Speed Buggy is every bad parody of Porky Pig. Like the show drives me insane, and I feel like that when I'm done watching, when I make the video on this show, it may be the one Hanna-Barbera cartoon I never watch ever again because I don't think it's good for my health. And the sad thing is I will have to watch it again because I want to make a whole video about Scooby-Doo clones and talk about every single one. And this fucker's gonna come back! Anyways, that was my media. I hope that was a good way to return to 2023.
Yeah, talking about
what was that one that I know, like, if you've seen Jellystone, Jellystone makes fun of this one Scooby-Doo clone where it's literally just Scooby-Doo again, but with like a different dog.
Oh, Goober and the Ghost Chasers?
That's yeah. They bring that up in Jellystone in like one episode, like constantly. It was funny.
Hold on, let me link an image of Goober and the Ghost Chasers.
Oh no!
It is just It's a worse Scooby because the dog looks like it hasn't eaten in days. Yeah, that was the exact image I was gonna send too. Like, the guy on the left. What confidence do you have that you're wearing a purple suit?
Okay, okay. Let's go a step further. Let's go for the intro.
It's just Scooby. I don't like how this dog moves. That's a cryptid. Like,
yeah.
Like it's a skinwalker.
Why does it? Why does it? Its legs move like a horse.
But who is missing?
It has giant feet. Fucking goofy looking feet. Oh god, don't stand.
Yeah, but who is missing? Because it's only 3 humans with it.
Well, yeah, because you usually have 2 boys, 2 girls, and then the dog.
Yeah, but
if you go by Scooby standards.
But I guess you have the smart guy who is obviously the blonde one with the glasses.
The girl, and then the handsome one with Lupin over here.
So
like
basically, Shaggy is missing.
Yeah, they don't really have a Shaggy unless they put Shaggy and Velma together to be the blonde guy. But like,
is it playing? Why is it playing twice?
I don't know.
It's intro / outro. Is the outro just the intro again?
Probably with credits laid over it.
Not even.
But
oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go. Oh god, it doesn't look good when you make it a still frame either.
It doesn't help.
Fucking, oh god, I didn't. Goober and the Ghost Chase.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one final thing about Speed Buggy. It's one of the few Hanna-Barbera cartoons that doesn't have a laugh track, which makes watching the show so much funnier because it was made like it's supposed to. But then no laughter comes, and then you realize how empty the show is when you don't add a laugh track.
Ouch.
But yes, anyways, watch Speed Buggy, probably inebriated, and then watch Goober and the Ghost Chasers, I guess. Because what are you doing with your day if you're watching Speed Buggy?
Apparently
Anyways, the
drinking.
art of the week.
The art of the week. So, for anybody who does not recognize those beautiful three ladies, those are the Heathers, performed by the Three Idiots from Three Idiots, the show.
Yes, I made like a specific tweet being like, I really want to see the Three Idiots as the Heathers, and then Brogar came in.
Like
and was
within hours.
Within hours. And I love that my favorite thing was Max messaged me later being like, who's who?
Just checking, because the front one, you're obviously a leader Heather, but then there are also
Heather
like,
Chandler.
but then there are probably Dumb Heather and Lancer Heather, right?
Yes, because Heather McNamara is the nice one, and that's Lauren, and then Heather Duke is the one who takes over as lead Heather
Lancer,
after
yeah.
Heather Chandler dies. Yeah, and that's obviously you.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that makes me laugh because that means for the first like half of the show, I get to just say "shut up" to you because the whole thing is Heather Duke talking, and then Heather Chandler's like, "Shut up, Heather." Sorry, Heather. I love the Heathers. But yes, thank you, Brogar. That is a fantastic piece of art.
Yes.
I love that. But yes, the question time, the Q&A. Do we have any on Twitter?
We do have one on Twitter, reliable also in the 7th season. J-Rock asking us, would we rather have to take care of all 101 Dalmatian puppies? Fun fact, it's only 99 puppies because 2 of the 101 Dalmatians are the parents. Perry and Pongo, whatever the lady is.
Pietra and Pongo.
Pietra and Pongo. It probably has a different
Wait,
name
what
in
was
the
the
German dub.
what was the beginning of that question?
Would you rather have to take care of the 101 Dalmatian puppies, once again only 99, or have to keep track of Stitch the alien from Lilo and Stitch, I assume?
Okay, at what stage of Stitch? Are we talking about the beginning of the movie where he's still like an asshole, or like the end of the movie where he just wants to dress up as Elvis? Like, because
I believe technically at the end of the movie he is still genetically programmed to destroy the world, but he still can't swim. He is still limited to Hawaii, and therefore he is a good guy by circumstance. I mean, he is in his heart. He is not a bad guy, but also in his entire existence, he is born to destroy.
Also, none of us live on an island, which keeps him kind of tamed.
Yeah, that's a little bit problematic.
I mean, Max lives in a borderline landlocked country. I live like 3 hours from the coast, and Paleo lives in a void, according to his PNG tuber. So I don't know if that would make Stitch docile or not.
But yeah, the question would still be, would you rather take care of 99 to 101 Dalmatians? Or...
There's a lot of dogs.
I know. That's why it's actually a question.
And they're Dalmatian puppies. Dalmatians have a lot of energy.
Yeah. Stitch is an
Well,
alien.
Paleo,
Cool.
which one would you pick?
I might pick Stitch.
Why?
Because he's an alien. It's cool.
Alright, fair point. Key, what about you?
I love puppies.
Yes, you do.
And the thing is, the puppies in 101, if depending on what part of the franchise of 101, are a little bit smarter than the average dog. Hanna-Barbera's still on the mind. But, like, I guess I'll go for the puppies. It's my dream come true. I mean, I would have to clean and feed them, but I accept that with any pet. If you like the animal, you have to like you have to accept all. You don't have to like it, but you have to accept all aspects of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the puppers.
Okay, I am going by semantics I'm relying on semantics for my answer.
Okay.
Because the question is taking care of all the puppies or keeping track of Stitch. So,
okay.
I am lazy. So what I'm going to do is I make a deal with Stitch. Like, here's Stitch. Here's a Google phone with an activated tracker. You keep this on yourself. Now go out and have fun. This way I keep track of it.
Are you sure the thing won't eat it?
That's
Like-
that's the agreement. I only leave you out if you keep this thing on your person, so I can keep track on you and therefore fulfill the agreement of this Twitter request. And then he can have fun. Maybe I drive him a little bit away first, so that he doesn't destroy the neighborhood immediately. But
Okay, but like,
I fulfill my requirement of keeping track of him, but I don't have to walk 99 dogs.
see, here's the thing. Wouldn't the fact that the Google phone eventually connects to you, if he destroys the city and there's a body count, you're also going to be liable?
No. Nobody says I'm responsible for him, just to keep track of him.
I'll have to tell the police that, I guess. Oh, what if Himbo and Stitch team up and cause absolute chaos?
Nah, I'm not that worried. Make it Rocket and Stitch and I'm shitting my pants. But Himbo and Stitch, nah, this is
I mean, Himbo
this is
probably
Pinky.
has the intelligence of the frog that Stitch becomes friends with in the movie. Stitch is literally a machine of mass destruction.
Exactly.
Yeah. But so are puppies if you get enough of them. Have you ever seen a puppy
Yeah.
against a shoe? That shoe is gone.
And also, if it's gonna be like 99 puppies and like 2 adults, those puppies are gonna grow up. Do you have enough
Yeah.
space for those?
Also, fun fact, I just noticed that Brogarts must
Also
have...
take-
Brogarts must have
I mean-
posted in my server while we were talking about him, completely unrelated. Completely
Oh.
oblivious to us praising his work. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, taking care of it just sounds like dog sitting. I'm probably just dog sitting for the 2 people that actually own the 101 Dalmatians. I'm not keeping them for the entirety of their lifespan.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say,
I mean, if we're gonna
that
go
is a-
by
that is a
semantics,
lot of
like
that
German
is a
boy
lot
does
of food
here.
to buy.
Yes. Also,
No.
there's the aspect of going out, having to walk them on a rainy day, and then you come back and have 99 wet
The wet-
dogs.
I'm in
stinking up the
California.
place.
It barely rains. The cyclone we currently had aside. But, I mean, I live by a park. I can let the puppies go, and it would be the cutest thing on the planet. Dog sitting of 99 puppies for a day doesn't sound too bad.
But
It's
you-
like being an ant. You get the baby, and then you can give it right back.
But yeah.
Okay, so now we have Discord questions. Which, I'm gonna go with Odie's, because Enigma, why are you asking not fun questions?
What
One of his questions was talking about the new, like, YouTube changes to language, and saying how screwed are your YouTube channels and video plans because of it. And then the other one was asking our thoughts on AI art. It's like, Enigma, we do this show for fun. The rants need to come organically.
The first one I haven't even heard about, so I have no opinion.
Yeah. So, there's your New Year's resolution, Enigma. Be more fun. Chin up.
Ouch.
All right. So Wednesday Says Fuck asks, what's your biggest pet peeve when you eat at a restaurant?
When my order's not correct, I don't know.
Fair.
See, here's the thing. I have gone to many of diners and restaurants with Max and heard him silently, like, judging the performance of our servers.
So your pet peeve is my pet peeve? That's me verbalizing my pet peeve? Because, yeah, I was about to say that my pet peeve is, like, having actually gone through a full 3-year education as a professional hotel clerk, including working in the bar and the restaurant, I know fine dining and also the lower levels of just good service. So I'm always like, when I'm in a restaurant, like, no, that was incorrect. Okay, that
I
was
remember.
fine.
I remember specifically we were at this diner in California, and it was a nice little diner. There's like pictures lining the whole like wall and stuff, and the woman just kept coming with coffee or something like that, and I don't know if she spilt it or something, but you were like so like, yeah. No, she's coming back a lot. Yeah, and it's like, Max, come on. But no, I think my pet peeve is probably, honestly, my pet peeve's not with the restaurant itself. I hate when there's so many tables free at the restaurant, and then I get sat near the one with the baby. It's like I just.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, look, if you're seeing that there's just a group of kidless adults, the kidless adults do not want to be sat by the family with obviously small
Oh,
children.
and that reminds me of another one. With being in a restaurant and when they're like, you can sit at the bar and you see that there are booths open. You're like, but I don't want to sit at the
Like,
bar. I want to sit on a table.
Like, look, if there's obvious, if those tables have reservations, then fine, whatever. However, I know that not every table has a reservation right now. It's like 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. I do not need to sit by the baby. because also families don't pay attention to their children at restaurants, and they like to make that everyone's problem. I don't want kids. We just need to put McDonald's play places in every restaurant so the kids can be away. Just take the children and put them somewhere else. But yeah, so that's mine, and I guess Max's is just servers are not doing the things that they're trained for.
Yeah, basically.
Good question. Okay. Wednesday says he asked for no pickles. He just changed his name. A couple asks, the new year arrived. What show, game, or movie are you not hopeful to watch? So something that's coming out that you're like, oh no, this is gonna suck.
Say stuff. More Ladybug.
I mean, I've actually seen the leaks for Ladybug because they leaked the entire rest of the season by accident, including the finale. And Ladybug's one of the few things I don't care about spoilers for. I'm not going to say them.
Did the leaks at least come out in the right order, since the airing is often enough out of order?
I mean, they all came out at once, so the leaks are in better order than the actual show. But no, I mean, I said it earlier. I don't have much hope for Velma. I want it to be good. I want to be surprised by it. But nothing about it's gravitating me, because it just feels like they wanted to make another show and they're putting Scooby-Doo characters. I'm gonna give it a chance, but it has nothing to do with the cast or anything. It just doesn't look like it's written well. And if the teaser is anything to go by, because the teaser was just making Velma out like someone who, I mean, she literally says, go kill yourself, to like, how dare you change this thing about a character, go kill you, which I know is supposed to be like a Harley Quinn, like, haha, we're the meta, but I'm tired of meta. I'm tired of meta humor. I'm exhausted. But yeah, so I guess Velma's mine, and I hope I'm wrong.
Fair.
What about you, Paleo?
I'm trying to think of anything I'm like, just like, not looking forward to, because beforehand, before like ever like seeing the trailer or the teaser or anything, I would have said Super Mario Brothers movie because of the way the cast was revealed. Because that just made me laugh.
Another Chris Pratt.
Yeah, but then when I saw the teaser and the trailer, I'm like, oh, I'm actually pretty hopeful for Illumination, which is really weird for me.
It's weird for everybody. It's weird for everybody. Yeah. But then again, are you saying this only in regards to the Bowser segment, or also other stuff?
I think the world itself, is like very interesting. But man, I was like literally just going over 2023 stuff earlier in the week, so I'm blanking on what might be.
Aren't you hopeful for that Kraven the Hunter movie coming out that everyone knew was coming? Yeah, I mean, during TV time, me and Max were actually looking at a thing that showed like major releases for 2023, and it was like, wait, the Kraven movie's coming out this year?
But yeah, that list was basically what I was thinking of, what would be my stuff I'm not looking forward to. I mean, there are still a few MCU movies that I probably want to see. even though the number of them is dwindling drastically, I guess 2023 will be the first year.
Oh, I am not looking forward to the fallout of whatever happens with The Flash this year.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Isn't it?
Yeah.
How is that movie
Oh, there's the
still
list,
coming
thank you.
out?
They need to make it come out because they can't lose money.
I feel like you can make
yes.
more money on writing off Flash than with Batgirl.
Yeah, we just learned that apparently throwing movies into the grinder is actually profitable, as wrong as it is. So yeah, they are just not creative enough. But yeah, here's the thing. So I first one I don't care about. I mean, there are some things where I'm curious, but some things I will simply not see because I care so little. Like Scream, I haven't watched anything past the second Scream movie, I believe. How many are there even? So yeah, this one. Oh, this is 6. It actually is a very sneakily written in 6 in the title. Creed, I don't even know what is. Kokemia, the Mario one, Evil Dead Rise. I saw the trailer. It doesn't have John Raimi connected to it, so I'm like.
No, it's like a reboot kind of thing.
Yeah. So Guardians, for example, is one where I'm like, I will watch it, but I'm hesitant because most of the stuff I would probably not even watch if I'm not interested. But this one, it's Guardians. I still have my Star-Lord jacket. Yeah, it's gone. But then again, we saw that even the big names being attached to MCU movies might not be able to pull through if the restrictions are too hard. Yeah.
Oh, I think I found a thing.
Oh, really?
Because this is something I actually did look over on my my stream when I was going over 2023 stuff, and it's a cartoon from Dan Harmon that's going to be on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Is it about incest? Because we know Dan Harmon loves that.
No, it's called Crapopolis.
What?
It's about like ancient Greece and stuff, and like Greece mythology. But so it says it was announced that the series would be titled Crapopolis and would be curated on the blockchain as Fox enters the NFT business.
Oh, that's the NFT Dan Harmon show.
Yeah. And I saw the clip of it. It doesn't look good.
I don't imagine.
Like,
but yeah,
out of any other like NFT or like crypto cartoon like stuff that like Saber has gone over or whatever, looks very bad. But like this looks like competent. But the fact that it's like NFT is just like
From the mind of Dan Harmon. So from Dan Harmon, say from Dan Harmon. Oh, okay. Oh, because there's a crypto. Okay.
Is there gonna be actual animation at some point?
Yeah, there was a clip. Let me find the clip.
Yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, Wonka. That's another thing I'm not hopeful for.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like that's what we needed, a Willy Wonka prequel.
Yeah. Give me the sweet prequels.
It's like cool. We need a double teaming of Timothy Chalamet with Dune in one month and Wonka in the other.
Oh yeah, there's an actual clip from
okay.
the show.
Okay, yeah. Going for it. Click. Yes, open it.
No, why is the IT crowd guy there?
Isn't he
he's in it.
He's in a lot of stuff nowadays, isn't he?
I know, but why does he have to be in this?
Is he the IT crowd guy?
Yes, that's the IT crowd guy.
Okay, he's sitting, he's talking. I guess there's a lot of... It's Dan Harmon, so there's a lot of spoken humor, I assume. So watching it silenced is probably not helpful, so I put the link in the description down below.
It's I mean, like, it's not badly animated, but it's not good. I've seen better web cartoons.
Well, yeah, like the thing is, like, the animation isn't bad. It's like, if you listen to it, the dialogue's very bad.
Okay. Well,
at what point does incest start happening? Because
you're really insistent that this is a thing now.
Because Dan Harmon really likes incest. if anyone's ever heard that fucking Harmon podcast thing where he starts going on a rant about incest porn, it's one of the funniest things in just how bad it is.
Huh.
But yeah, so there you go. There's an answer there. We don't have a lot of questions today.
Not too many. I mean, I believe I saw some in the chat earlier.
Yeah, Odie asked one in the chat or something earlier that was actually a good question that I'm sad that wasn't just put into the questions thing because I don't remember.
Wink, wink, notch, notch, Odie.
I feel like it was asked during the pre-show because like I'm trying to remember what it was because it was like I think it may have been a TV show question or something. But yeah, so I guess we can go to the FMK because there's not really a lot of questions.
Let's hit it. You saw the FMK, I take it.
Yes, I did. Thank you, Denim. Well, I don't see an FMK yet, so how about we go for one relevant to an earlier conversation? Scooby-Doo clones, Goober, Speed Buggy, and the Shmoo.
Well, we have seen the Goo earlier. We have seen the
Goober
the
and
Goober.
Speed Buggy.
So the only thing we haven't seen is this guy.
Shmoo.
That's the Shmoo.
Now,
wait, that's a Scooby-Doo thing?
No, well, okay. There was a Scooby-Doo clone show that was that used the Shmoo, but the thing is, the Shmoo is a character that has existed since the 1940s and is insanely popular. Like, I have wanted to make a video about the Shmoo for a long time because it's a weirdly detailed lore behind these things, where the author talks about how this is like the perfect creature for like eating and using. Like, you can use every part of them, and how to eat them, and how they taste different depending on how you prepare them.
Why does it say eBay? Where the hell did I end up? But this is probably from the show. So that's...
Yes, that is the new Shmoo, which where the Shmoo is a shape, I think like a shape-shifting buddy of these three characters, of these three rambunctious teens, and their clown car, apparently. I do remember that month where everything was related to Shmoo. Yeah, it was a dark time.
Oh yeah, there. Okay, this looks like a not new show.
So we will use the Shmoo, but I am making it clear that the Shmoo was not made with Scooby-Doo in mind.
But still, fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill. So, Paleo, you are our guest. You get to do our first fuck, marry, kill answer for 2023 of Goober, Speed Buggy, and Shmoo.
I'm gonna say, fuck the Shmoo, because I don't want to fuck a car or a dog, and I don't know what the fuck a Shmoo is.
Well, you see, the Shmoo is a plump creature that's shaped like a bowling pin with legs. They have no arms, nose, or ears. And also, they reproduce asexually, multiplying faster than rabbits. And the Shmoo are delicious to eat and eager to be eaten.
I mean, yeah,
if a human looks at one hungrily, it will happily emoliate itself by jumping into a frying pan, after which they taste like chicken. This is an actual thing written on the official Wikipedia.
I can see some bedroom stuff going on there, so that one is...
Well, that would be an easy kill. But
you chose
like
fuck.
I said,
You're fucking the bowling pin.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck the car or the dog.
Fair.
I want to say I'm gonna marry Speed Buggy because that way I'd always have a car.
Okay, okay. Almost a gold digger answer. Keyframe. Somebody's in prepping on your...
I guess put the dog out of its misery.
I mean, it looks
the way Goober looks is like he looks like he's on his last legs.
Well, you know, I think let's start 2023 with Max giving an answer.
Okay.
Let's start 2023 with me having to do the screwed over portion. Uh-huh.
See, I also don't want to.
Fuck the car?
Yeah, or the dog, and I also don't want to marry the dog. But no matter which direction mercy killing was the only good answer. So I have to go one way or the other.
I mean, the car does have a mouth and an actual tongue, as we saw. So, and probably an exhaust pipe somewhere.
Nah, I guess
Is it more morally corrupt to fuck the living car or the human intelligence dog?
No, here's the thing. So I figured it out.
Okay.
So gonna fuck the car because I mean, can you say that you have fucked a car, like a sentient car, a living car? I mean, I guess a dude could go there for the exhaust pipe and with a regular car and have some fun and hope that nobody starts it in the meantime. But that is not really fucking a car. That is just putting a thing in places where it doesn't belong. There are probably YouTube compilations of it. No, but we are talking about an actual experience, like with two parties involving a car. So just for bragging rights, I guess. And who knows? Maybe it's my thing. I haven't fucked a living car so far. So.
And hey, Speed Buggy's control has a remote control, so if you have a dominance thing, you can control whatever he does.
I mean.
Room a zoom zoom.
Yeah, so there's that. Therefore, I'm obviously going to kill the what was it even called? The shmoo. I'm going to kill the shmoo, not just because of its easiness, but it's like as you pointed out, it reproduces in drastical speed asexual. So I have seen enough of those sci-fi movies where you have the endlessly reproducing thing that then overwhelms everything. So
like tribbles.
Get those fuckers destroyed. They are a form of parasite that is not good for the ecosystem. So I'm protecting the environment by getting this alien entity that would overwhelm the ecosystem stopped in its tracks.
So why are you marrying Goober?
I mean, it's a poor malnourished dog. I mean, I lived with dogs back in the day. Nowadays ferrets because smaller and better to handle. But yeah, I've lived with pets before, so it's just like, okay, since it is sentient, you cannot simply hold him as a pet, so you need to find some other arrangement, and marriage is just the obvious way to go. So I would therefore marry Goober was the name, right?
Yes, Goober.
Also, to turn it into a gold digger answer, he seems like he's about to die soon, so I can inherit whatever his mystery team is building up in capital.
I like to believe that Goober has an investment capital with the mystery solving crew. Okay, so
I mean,
would his owners be your in-laws at that point? Like, how does that work when you marry the dog?
But just say he's traveling with a bunch of teenagers, right? Mystery solving teenagers. So he, as a dog, is the only adult in this entire crew.
Yeah, you become the chaperone for a bunch of teenagers.
Nah, I still let them do their own thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. God, I regret my decision. So let's start with marrying. We'll leave the fucking to last because Okay, so I marry the shmoo, right?
Yes. Why did you make this voluntary decision?
This is actually great, because here's the thing. If the thing is that the shmoo are like a fucking gold mine, because they are happy to be eaten. They can produce neatly packaged eggs and milk and butter with no churning. I could just marry a shmoo. They'll fucking multiply as much as they want, and then we'll just sell all the multiplication and their byproducts, and I'll be fucking rich. it's like perpetual motion. It's perpetual money. I somehow got the better gold digger answer. Yes. And you know what? If my husband Shmoo annoys me, I can eat him. And he'll be happy about it. Everything with consent. Okay, and then I'm going to kill Speed Buggy. I mean, that's probably the easiest thing to kill, probably. I could just send them to a fucking dump, and they'll just do the thing that happened in Bravest Toaster and just... Also, with how much that thing sputters and everything, I think it's on its last legs anyways.
Yeah, probably another mercy killing situation.
So you're fucking the dog?
Hey, let's look at a ferret. It's obvious that Max is trying to get one over here. Hi, Rocket. Let's completely go. Oh, he's fluffy.
He's not just fluffy. Look at this chong.
He's such a chunky boy. Look at him. I hope that light's not too bad on him.
Oh yeah. I mean, almost blind anyways. I mean, they're not really. Oh, is he going to use the tunnel? Is he going to use the tunnel to get down from the? Come on, do it, buddy. Nope. He's deciding against the tunnel. I still have from the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, why am I fucking goober?
Why indeed? That is the question.
Hey, Rocket, come back here.
No, he just left the table.
Damn it.
He needs one last thrill before he dies.
I mean, yeah, he does. All these things look like they're on one step away from death's door, and Goober is like... Also, I'm not particularly sure that Goober is a full dog. Look at the way he stands and his leg. For all we know, that's just a very gangly guy in a fursuit who's just, like, keeping some cover away from the cops by joining a mystery crew. Because, like, I don't know, that thing, I don't know if that's a human. It's not a dog. It's something. But yeah, given the fact that he's literally green and gangly, he's probably going to go out soon, so... Give him one last thrill before he goes. I really don't want to. But, you know... someone must fuck dogs in the Scooby universe, in like the Scooby-Doo world, because they have the intelligence of humans. And if Brian has taught us anything, dogs will fuck people, and people want to fuck dogs.
Well,
welcome to the cartoon world.
It sure is an explanation, but it definitely qualifies as awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. It's time for awkward guys.
It's the awkward.
Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guys.
It's the awkward.
Artwork and analysis which you do not want to miss on awkward.